All right, so I want to talk about this. Jennifer Lopez on the show, the tour with you and Enrique. I want to know who called who on this.
Well, it's funny. He had called me about doing a record together, and we've been working on a couple of songs. And during that time, I don't know, we just started talking, and I guess, he was going on tour, and I was thinking about going on tour for the summer, and I don't know, people just started thinking, hey, maybe you guys should do this together, and we were like, yeah, that would be good. And I was like, are you into it? He's like, yeah, I'm into it. And so it just kind of happened. When things happen that naturally and quickly, it's just kind of meant to be, I think.
You guys just put it together over text. That's what it was. One of the biggest tours of the year. You guys were just texting each other.
Yeah, we text sometimes, but mostly, we sat down and we had to really feel out whether it was a good idea, and both of us felt like it really was.
Now, flat out, Enrique's a good-looking guy. Has there ever been any attraction to Enrique? Ever? Just be honest.
I've always thought he was amazing since he first came out. We came out with our first English record, probably around the same time, if I think about it. Yeah, who hasn't had a crush on Enrique at some point?
So I want to touch on this real quick. President Obama made a huge announcement last night on gay marriage. Did you catch that?
I did not.
Okay, well, he basically fully endorsed it. Your opinions on a president coming out and saying this?
I support Obama. I just think he's been a great president, and I love what he stands for. I didn't know he had come out and did the whole thing. I missed it. I'd love to go back and see it before I comment on anything.
You know what? That brings up a whole nother topic. Obviously, between Idol and everything else you have going on, music, all that, you really don't have time to, sit down, even catch up on the news. What do you do in your free time, if you get free time?
I just like to rest. I like to be home. I'm always on the road or always traveling or always working, and I just like to be home with my babies and, lay around and watch movies. And
So Jennifer Lopez does Sunday Fun Day on the couch. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I love Sunday Fun Days on the couch or by the pool or just relaxing.
Now, speaking of relaxing and watching TV, a lot of rumors about In Living Color coming back. Would you ever?
Yeah, I heard this too.
Would you ever consider making a guest appearance as a fly girl? Just one more time.
I don't know about as a fly girl. I don't think so.
I had to come at you with that. Come on. I had to ask. Now, Miami's filled with a lot of paparazzi. What was your worst encounter with paparazzi? It hadn't been Miami, maybe L.A., wherever.
Miami's tough.
Yeah.
Miami's tough because you think of Miami and you want to go down there and just have fun and lay out by the beach and be by the water and stuff, and it's impossible.
Right.
They make it really impossible.
Having these paparazzi follow you, you get photos snapped all the time, and people misconstrue certain photos. You ever had to call somebody and be like, listen, we weren't arguing, we were just talking?
Yeah, all the time. I try to stay out of the way of the paparazzi in my life. I know kind of how to do that. That's just part of being in the public eye. If I look in the last week, if I went online and saw the stories, probably 90% of them are not true.
Does that affect your relationship at some points where you're dating somebody, not necessarily Casper, but, in your relationships, past, present, whatever, that where they see something in the media and they're just kind of like, listen, what is this? And then you have to kind of sort it.
Not at this point, because like I said, I'm kind of, you can be kind of an expert at it. I'm kind of an expert at it at this point, and I'm able to explain and be like, listen, it's not true and it doesn't even matter, and you shouldn't be reading any of these things. That's kind of how I approach it, and that's why I don't go online and see what they're saying.
Now, we got Jennifer Lopez on the show in case you're just tuning in. It's Y100, your boy Mac. I got to ask you, with the season finale of American Idol coming up, are there any secrets you can let us in on?
All I can say, I haven't heard anything specifically yet, but all I can say is that each year the producers are only thinking about how they're going to top last year.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's kind of their goal with it every single time.
Now, is there anybody that you're personally rooting for? They don't even need to be a finalist. Maybe it was somebody who got kicked off in the past.
I don't know. There's just so many, even from last year and this year. There's always kids that we put them in the top 12 because we thought that they were special and that they had something really, really amazing to offer to the music industry. And it's just whether or not they follow through on that, you know what I mean? And they can find their way in.
All right, now speed round of questions with Jennifer Lopez right now. I got to ask you, what is your guilty pleasure?
Sleeping.
Sleeping, okay. Favorite spot in Miami besides Wet Willie's? Because I know you hang out there.
I do not hang out there.
I'm just joking. I'm totally joking with you.
My favorite spot in Miami is the beach.
10 seconds on why they need to check out the tour.
Because it's going to be amazing.
Make sure you guys check out the tour. Jennifer Lopez, thank you so much for hanging out on the show.
Thank you.